that you don't have to do it.
Yeah, well, I think I do.
You know, living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is gonna be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Oh, what, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself, and this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
It's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this. But you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
Man, I love that, Jesse Mack. That's a tearjerker right there. So, folks, thank you, Jesse, for playing that, and welcome everybody to tonight's Team Synergy training. My name is Austin Zuloff, and I'm out of Lexington, Kentucky. I think that clip was actually really appropriate because in what we do, we're the best part of what we do is that we get to deal with people, right? The worst part sometimes of what we do is we have to deal with people, right? And so sometimes those no's can add up and it can start to feel like a punch in the face sometimes, at least for me anyway. I did door-to-door, store-to-store sales for about 7 years. And so this is actually a lot easier than that. But in what Rocky was talking about, the way that you deal with those no's, the way that you stay around the campfire, the way that you end up being able to stay excited and stay motivated and keep your training sharp is you plug into Zooms like this. You go to the regional events, the national conferences, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But I'm really excited to bring this Zoom to you all tonight. If you're not already grabbing something to take some notes with, please do. If you're driving, don't take notes, obviously. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get right into it. And we're going to talk a little bit about why we're here this evening. We've got so much to talk about. As I mentioned, my name is Austin Zuloff. I've been involved in the network marketing space for just over a decade. I've been full-time for 10 years as of October 26th. And I've been involved in Secret now for about 6 months. And I got involved. Sorry, we've got a lot of people on. It's hard to keep everybody muted. So
I'll
If you
take care of that, my friend.
got you, brother. I appreciate you. But as I said, I've been involved in the network marketing profession full time for 10 years as of October 26th this year. And whenever I made the decision to come over, be involved, and commit my life to Secret, to Isaac, Muzaffar, Jesse, this group, this family, this community, I looked at everything that was out there. And I had some counsel. I had some good friends of mine that have all been in the network marketing profession for a lot of years. Together, we've probably been involved, the five of us, for I'd say at least 70 or 80 years cumulatively, right? And so we looked at everything that was out there and we wrote down everything that we wanted out of a company, and Secret over delivered. I flew out to the one of the national conferences to really, finish up doing my due diligence. And I saw a company that had a product offering unlike anybody else had in the entire network marketing profession, a comp plan without the gotchas, where everybody can succeed, even folks that couldn't spell MLM, right? I'm a ninth grade dropout from Kentucky, so there's some folks like me that needed to be really simple. I saw great leadership, the best leadership that I have seen in the profession, with phenomenal trainers like Muzaffar Najfi, like Jesse Macpherson, Matt Morris, and so many others. So I saw everything that other companies said they had but didn't. I saw a company that over delivered on everything from the products, the product offering. And then I saw them roll out so many things in addition, and I knew that I was home. Okay, so hopefully you all feel what I feel and you feel like you're home. If you have, let me see in the comments section, hashtag home if you're home. So I'm glad to be here with you tonight, family. So let's go ahead and get a little bit, roll up our sleeves and get into it. Grab something to take some notes with. We've got some really special stuff to go over. First of all, I want to talk about how training is so important. Albert Einstein, pretty smart guy, he said, intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. It's so important, especially in what we do. If we're going to have professional results, we have to treat it like a profession. Training is paramount, right? So we have regional training on January 14th out in Atlanta, Phoenix, San Antonio, Chicago, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, New York, and I'll be out with my sponsor, Muzaffar, in Wichita. So definitely make it out to one of those events, and make sure that you have your people out to those events, build to those events. I'm really excited about all those. I'll have people in Atlanta and Phoenix and those other locations, even though I'll be in Wichita. The good news about network marketing, about what we do, is we can leverage other people's time and other people's energy. For more information on that, go to secretdirectevents.com so you can get your tickets and check out the regional trainings. And then hopefully everybody makes it to our national conference. And I call it our national conference in Atlanta. I know we've got some people from the Colombian team going to be out there, my friends Jorge and Patty and all those folks. We've got some folks from Korea that'll be out in Atlanta with us. So we've got some phenomenal trainers, Eric G, Troy Brown, Muzaffar, Carey, some phenomenal folks like Jeff Bolt, Roscoe, Michelle. So I'll be in attendance for sure. I will never miss a playbook, and Atlanta is one of my favorite places to be. So make sure that you're out there. I always say, get under the spout where the information comes out, right? It's important to stay around the campfire. And I'm telling you right now, for every butt in your organization that you have in a seat at the playbook, you can think of it as a $5,000 to $10,000 a year raise. I think that's conservative. So you can definitely think of it as a raise that you're giving yourself for each person in your organization that you have out there. And it is a must to lead by example and be out there yourself. We're going to have a blast. I'm looking forward to it. I'm counting the days. Now, our team site is constantly getting updated and things added to it. So teamsynergyagents.com, if you're not checking that out, at least every couple of days, you should be. For all the training, you can go to teamsynergyagents.com and see all of the past events. There's trainers. I paid a very well-known trainer $60,000 for him to be a coach of mine, a mentor, right? And I got access to all of his training. And I'm telling you right now, you can go to teamsynergyagents.com and look at the past events and save yourself $60,000 and years. Jesse Mack's already put in the work to get to Crown Royale. You go there, check out the training, and you get to see how it's done from the best, from the people that are doing it. There's tons of resources, all of the newest PowerPoints, the slide shares. So you've got it in English and Spanish right now, and they're going to be updating it with a few other different languages as well. All the training videos. So check out teamsynergyagents.com. It is a plethora of value. You need to check that out immediately. If you haven't already spent some time on there, make it a point to do so. That which you invest in yourself, you'll get back 10, 100-fold for sure. So let's do some recognition. Recognition, they say, is so important that babies cry for it, grown men die for it, right? And so I love getting my recognition for a job well done. And we've got tons of recognition. Look at all these bronzes. Let's start with bronze. We've got bronzes upon bronzes upon bronzes. And folks, this is just for the week of the last week in October. Okay, so just not this last week that we just got paid for, but the previous week. Tons of bronze agents. Congratulations to all of the new bronzes, as well as the new silvers. We've got a ton of new silver rank advancements happening inside of Team Synergy. So here's some of the silvers we've got. I see plenty of familiar faces. Shanessa. All right. We've got tons of, let's see, this is actually supposed to be, gold. So this is tons of gold agents. A lot of these folks earned our $1,000 bonus that we've got. You hit gold by November 14th, you're going to get that $1,000 bonus. Diamond by November 14th, you get a $10,000 cash bonus. Here's all of our platinums, rank advancements for that week. And then we have some rubies. I see my girl Jennifer Abs, Ida, congratulations to Fairway and Sunflower as well. And then we've got my good friend Jason Elliott. I appreciate you so much for all that you do for Secret and for Team Synergy. David, we've got this Mr. Song, perhaps. And of course, my boy, my good friend, my brother from another mother, the one and only Muzaffar Najfi. And you see that picture of his beautiful family, Fozia, Nasira, and Malika. Man, this is a day that for me will go down in history. My good friend Muzaffar Najfi hit the rank of Crown, which is 800,000 qualifying volume points left and right, and a diamond in his organization left and right in his enrollment tree. Man, huge congratulations. He took about 6.5 minutes to celebrate. So man, this dude is so cold. I once saw him make a snowman in the rain in midsummer in Phoenix. So this dude is crazy. He cracks me up. He hit Crown, and the next morning at like 6 a.m, caught a flight to go work on Crown Royale. So that's phenomenal. Big shouts out to him and all the people in the organization that made that possible. Now let's talk about Rockstar. So as soon as someone's signing up, the first focus is what? Rockstar. Hit Rockstar. Hit Rockstar the month of November. You get another vacation valued at anywhere from what, $700 to $7,000. Okay, so these are all the people that hit Rockstar last month. And so this is 4 new agents that they've signed up. We've got plenty of people that hit Rockstar, but we still need lots more. So that's the main focus. As soon as you see someone, as soon as you sign someone up in your organization, the first focus is Rockstar. Congratulations to everybody that hit Rockstar. We need more. We need everybody focused on Rockstar, getting those vacations and going out on those vacations. Now, with that in mind, we've got a real treat for you. Okay, so you can either take your socks off right now, or we can knock your socks off for you in just a second, because this young lady that's #1 on the Back in Black Friday billboards for personal customer volume, Kendra is going to give us some training. Now, she's not just #1 right now on the customer billboard, which look at the prizes here. Okay, #1 gets $3,500 the luggage, some other prizes. Number 2, Miss Cassie Patassi, you would already know she would be one of the top. Number 2 gets $2,000. So you're going to get cash prizes if you're within the first 5. And it's something that we can all work towards. Worst case scenario, if you bust your butt trying to get as many personal customers as possible, and you don't get in the top 10, that's fine. You still get a really nice paycheck, and you help a lot of people with the best skincare in the world, or the best nutrition in the world, or a phenomenal lifestyle program. So definitely strive to be in the top 10 with the Back in Black Friday. But if you want to learn how to do that, then we've got number 1 on the billboards, and she's been with the company for about 6 years, and she's been in the top 10 on the billboard each year. Platinum agent Kendra, the Zoom is yours, my friend.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Absolutely.
Well, thank you for that introduction. I like how you didn't even try my last name. It's always a mouthful. It's fine. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kendra Fuglerud, and I am coming to you from the middle of nowhere in Saskatchewan, Canada. I literally live in the middle of nowhere. I live on a cattle ranch, 20 minutes from the nearest town. I am a stay-at-home homeschool mom to our 4 boys. We have twins that are 13, and a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. Like I said, we live on a ranch, so I also help out with the ranch. I always dreamed of being a mom, which meant I wanted to stay home with my kids. So that meant we had to make some sacrifices, because we would be living on a single income, on my husband's income. So for a while, when the kids were little, I tried teaching piano, but that took me away from my kids. I had to get a sitter and drive to town to do my job. And then when our 4th baby was born and I started homeschooling my twins at the time, it just was too much to take on. So I quit doing that, but I was always like, just wondering how I can make some extra money. Well, like just almost 6 years ago, I was introduced to Secret, and it was because of the products. I fell in love with the products, and I thought the idea of getting some for free sounded really interesting. Like I said, we had a single income, so I wasn't spending a lot on my skin, but I thought getting them for free, that'll help us out. But I was really unsure about the business side. I had literally never done a business like this before. I had 0 experience in sales. But I thought, you know what if I got to lose? I'm just going to give it a try. So I did, and I actually fell in love with it. I loved the fact that I could do this business from home. I would put my kids to bed, and I would work my business after they went to bed. And I did online parties. 100% of my business I run online, because like I said, it's 20 minutes to the nearest town. So that was huge for me. I did online party after online party. And it's once you start doing something like that, it's just a snowball effect. And I started meeting people all over Canada and the US doing those online parties. And yeah, it's just been such a blessing for our family, for me to be able to bring in income that's completely flexible. If I need to be outside helping my husband, I can be. I schedule my life around all the things that I'm juggling, and it works so good to just fit it in those 5-10 minutes in the day that you have time. So I'm so thankful to Secret, and I'm glad I finally told my friend yes, and I would give it a try. So that's my story. I wanted to share with you actually my very favorite product. It's actually the very first Secret product I tried, and it is our clarifying mud mask. I had seen my friend posting about this mud mask on Mud Mask Mondays with her mask on and sharing a bit of the benefits. Took me a few times before I decided to try it. But I finally was like, okay, I need to try this product. This looks really cool. So for anyone who has never seen the mud mask, it looks like this. It's like a nice thick clay mask. This mask was the very first product I tried, and after trying it, I was hooked. Literally all it took, yes, I saw Tracy's comment there. All it took was just my friend posting this every Monday. Who want, 30 faces, I wanted someone to try this product every Monday. She would ask someone to try it. And finally, I'm like, I want to try it. So I tried the product, and the very first time I used it, I was wowed by it. When you put it on, if you've never tried this, when you put it on and it dries on your face, it actually tightens up your skin. You can actually visibly see that your pores are tighter and smaller when you wash it off. So who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want beautiful, glowing skin? I got immediate results with this product. It's going to like deep clean your skin. There's Jessie with the mask on. It deep cleans your skin and does such an amazing job. You guys, if you don't have this mask, I highly recommend you go out and get it, especially if you have oily skin or problem skin, because this mask is going to be a game changer. And I strongly believe that in order for you to share products with others, you should try them. Get your own personal testimonial. Even if you don't have oily skin, try this, because I bet you have friends that do. Try this mask for yourself so you can give them a review. Also, even if you don't have oily skin, this is just going to deep clean. The Dead Sea Mud is so unique. It pulls impurities out of your skin. So this is something that not every company on the market has. Every company on the market has a face wash, every skincare company. I love our face washes, but they're not a super unique product. This is a really unique product, you guys. Nobody else has not very many have Dead Sea Mud masks. So this product, like I already mentioned, is good for oily skin, people with problem skin, anyone that wants to deep clean their skin. If you have blackheads, oily skin, it's going to absorb those oils. I actually also love to spot treat with this. How many still got breakouts? I do. And when I do, I like to just put a dab of this on my breakout, leave it on overnight, and in the morning I wash it off. And it really helps to draw that junk out of your skin and clear up your skin so much faster. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I remember being a teenager and like what happened like 3 days before picture day, you'd get a pimple on your face, and it was like so stressful as a teenager, right? Maybe that was just for me, but I wish I would have had this mask, because I'm someone, if I get a pimple there, I'm trying to get rid of it and I want to like pick at it, which makes it scar or take even longer to heal. Give this mud mask to a teen that is struggling with their skin. They don't have to do a full mask if they don't have time or they don't want to. I do recommend a full one, but even just putting it on the spot, leaving it on overnight, wash it off the next day will make a huge difference. You know, those big pimples that are like under the skin and hurt, this will like take it away without it ever coming out and making a huge blemish on your face. This mask is incredible. I'm seeing all the comments. I'm not the only one who thinks this mask is amazing. So I hope you guys will try it. See for yourself how amazing it is, so you can give a testimonial to your family, to your friends. But yeah, definitely this is something that like I said, I have twins. They are 13 or almost 13. So this is definitely something that I'm going to be recommending to them if they start struggling with breakouts or acne at all, because it just draws that chunk right out of your skin. It's so good for your skin. It's going to keep your skin healthy. I just apply, I think there's a little spatula, but I actually just use my finger and I just put it all over my face. I actually love doing this one before I get in the shower, because it's kind of messy when you try to wash it off. You end up with mud like all over your sink. So I'll put this on like 5 minutes before I get in the shower, and then just wash it off when I'm in the shower. Then there's like less mess. It's not all over your sink. But yeah, so that's my favorite product, you guys. I hope you guys will try it. Recommend it to anyone that you know that has skin. Post about it. If you have this mask, post like hashtag Mud Mask Monday, and post why you love it. Back to you, Austin.
Nice. I love it. So she's right. What I got from that is that what you share multiplies. So first of all, be a secret agent, right? SEACRET, not a secret agent, SECRET, right? Let people know that you're involved. I shared about the Immunex on social media, and it just blew up. So, I mean, pick your favorite product, take pictures of you with the product. People are going to wonder why you've got this mud all over your face if you're posting pictures of that, you and a few friends. So definitely take, those pictures. Before and after pictures are great. The M4 mud mask, this mud, I've never tried this one, Kendra. So I know the M4 is amazing. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So we've got another real treat tonight. Is this gentleman personifies servant leadership. It is absolutely true that you can get where you want to go. You can have success best and quickest by helping others, right? And this gentleman, he's helped my organization. He's helped our entire company So he just personifies servant leadership. So to talk with us and share his diamond testimonial for hitting, he just skipped over Ruby, right, and went right to diamond. It's Mr. Jason Elliott, my brother. Jason, go ahead. The Zoom is yours, my friend.
Austin, thank you very much. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, brother.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just parked over here at the hospital, so if my internet cuts out, that is why. But Austin, I really want to thank you very much for emceeing and hosting this. You're right. We can build this business anywhere and everywhere. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jason Elliott. I go by Jay here with all my closest friends and family. And I'm married for 27 years. We are actually entering into the empty nest stage of our journey as we have now adulting kids off in college and starting their life on their own. I didn't get interested in, I didn't get introduced to this industry till about 7-8 years ago. We all have a story of what, you know, was success and sometimes what got hurt. And just like Kendra said, you know, she was very interested in the products. And I must say, I didn't know anything about products. You know, I was a guy that just kind of used stuff that I got at the grocery store when I thought that was fine. And so when I got introduced to this industry, I really had a passion to not only learn to take care of myself better, but to really help take care of others. And I got introduced and fell in love with the community. And so when I met Isaac Ben Shabbat, you know, I truly say that this man adopted my brother and sisters and I when we were coming in very raw after being hurt so bad in a previous industry or a previous company. And Austin had mentioned just kind of skipping through promotions and ranks here. And really the success from that came from really letting go of that selfish desire that I had, which is not a bad thing. Okay, but I let go of the selfish desire to get to a certain area and really looked at helping so many other people with little wins. And what happened was just that spark that just really lit a fire and a flame that just blew through our entire organization. And you know, when you pour more into other people, and when you really focus on what other people's needs are, we are going to be that collateral win at the end of the day. And when the diamond thing happened, I knew it was going to happen, but I just didn't know how fast or when it was going to happen. And I was getting so many calls and so many messages while I was at work. I work in the healthcare field. I've been in healthcare for about 30 years. I am fortunate now to really be looking at this industry as the reality of creating that exit plan. And while I was at work taking care of my patients, my team and our organization was winning every single hour, every single 10 minutes, something else was happening. And it was at that point right then that the surreal aha moment came when I couldn't actually talk or reach out to my team and congratulate them for their little wins, because I knew that duplication was happening and everybody was creating their results by helping other people. And it was at that moment in time that I realized that this is exactly where I need to be moving forward. And I can only help so many people in the hospital. You know, when people come to me and they need something, now I can actually look at how can I help people outside of the hospital and give them something that they don't necessarily need in the moment, but they're building for their future and their health and their finances. And it was at that point that I knew that, you know, this is definitely an exit plan. We're getting to that income level that is going to help replace an income that I'm in a lifestyle that I'm so used to. So Austin, thank you very much. That's just my quick down and dirty story as I'm walking into the hospital here to finish up my last shift in San Francisco. And I look forward to, you're right, seeing you at Playbook, because if you're not in the room where it happens, then it's going to continue to happen to somebody else. So I look forward to you guys. Thank you for letting me briefly share a little bit of my story. I love you guys. I look forward to continuing to grow this industry and this company together as family, brothers and sisters. I love you guys.
Man, and we love you back. And it shows too, Jay. It really does. And so you heard it from Jay. Be in Atlanta. He's a 4th degree black belt. He'll come and get you. Okay, so make sure that you get your tickets tonight if you don't already have them. So he's at the hospital right now. You don't want to end up there. You know what I'm saying? 4th degree black belt. He'll come get you. Be in Atlanta. So I appreciate that. He's really helped our organization quite a bit as well. So I mean, I really want to give just tremendous shouts out to Jason Elliott, the definition of servant leadership. Speaking of servant leadership, the next individual that we have speaking, everybody here knows. My first introduction to Jesse was in Houston at the conference. And, you know, I knew I had found a brother within moments of us sitting down. And since then, he's been there for, you know, myself, my friends, all of the family that we've introduced to Secret every step of the way. One of the hardest working men I've ever met in my life. I've got a chance to spend some personal time with Jesse. And I mean, he's a bad man, right? You know, shaking grains is the breakfast of champions, but champions are the breakfast of Jesse Macpherson. You know what I'm saying? He eats them alive, man. He's just such a bad man. So I want to introduce to you our Crown Royale out of Phoenix, Arizona, my good friend and brother, Mr. Jesse Macpherson. I had a cool slide with you with mud on your face, but yeah, there you go. All right, there you are. Handsome. Look at you. All right, brother.
Oh, thank you so much, Austin and Jay. Congratulations on your diamond promotion. And, you know, thank you for your commitment and your loyalty to the Secret. You know, I know that this wasn't overnight. So I freaking love it. Tonight's been good, right? So, if you've enjoyed tonight, put a 7 in the comment box. We've got a lot more to do tonight. I hope you guys are liking the new format of our weekly training system here with Synergy. And this is something that we're doing here from the top down, and kind of an idea behind this as one big team, you know, and as far as a resource center here and training to make sure that you are connected. But this doesn't take away from all the amazing teams that are here inside of Secret. You know, there's so many from Chillin' Worldwide and Jeff and Joy and their organization, and Pat and Jen who are over here this weekend with their group. You know, you've got the Twins, we've got Team Rhino, we've got Fearless Team. Go ahead and shout out your team here in the chat box. We want to encourage you to continue to build your teams, continue to build your brands as you go out there and lead your organizations in the way that you know how to, and that it's attracting the culture, the style, the people. But with Synergy, we wanted to basically synergistically have everything in kind of one resource center for us to be able to grow as kind of one big group, one big team here. Kendra, you're right. Literally one of my favorite products, because the M4 is actually more so for dry skin because it has those oils. Man, that clarifying mud mask is my favorite product for sure in the world of Secret. And I got some stories to tell you guys about it. But for those of you guys like, where'd you get that image? So if you go to Facebook, we did a campaign called Secret Mask Monday or Mud Mask Monday, hashtag Mud Mask Monday. I think we're gonna have to bring that back, where everybody posted up their favorite masks and we did comments and giveaways. So many cool things that are going on here in the world of Secret. But before we get into our training and kind of wrap this up, I want to get into our technology and some of our systems. So we are constantly updating our systems. In fact, it is a very, very big point here for us in Secret now that we have really, I'd say, rebirth. I feel like we're in a 20-year-old startup because we're coming out of COVID, but more importantly, we have reinvented the subscription-based model for this industry. And I don't even think we're really competing in this industry per se with what we're doing, because the idea is that we're building a lifestyle community, a lifestyle club through our membership club Secret. And through Club Secret, we're going to be helping people not just look better, feel better, experience the world, save better, travel better, experience more. You know, we're talking education, lifestyle, earn better. It's basically, it's like, if you want more, if you want better, if you want best, you are going to join the club. And that's really what we look at as this lifestyle community that we're building. And so now that we've reinvented that, now that we've got operations that are working, now that we've got the offer that is the best offer I've seen in the space of the direct sales industry in the history of this profession, now we're working on systems, creating the best system here. So I want you to think Synergy. I want you to think system. And that's really what this is. This is save you so that way you can move faster. You can spend more time doing, less time explaining. So that way, you know, it's not in searching. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about what we have updates for you But one of the things that we have updates for you here is our Team Synergy app. Now, this is something that is free to download. You don't even have to put a credit card in. You don't have to pay $1 for the basic version of it, which is what most of you need to be using at this point as a contact management system. Because I heard when I first started in this industry 20 years ago, exposure is everything, but fortune's in the follow-up. But, when do you follow up? How do you follow up? How do you know, right? And, following up after you've exposed somebody 6 months is not fortunate follow. It's actually unfortunate follow-up sometimes when you wait too long. So we want to make sure that you have a great resource, a great system, and combining the high tech and the high touch in some of the best ways possible. And so to kick us off here today, I talk a little bit about our technology and a little bit about our Synergy app, which you can go download right from our website. We'll give you some updates on. I want to turn it over to an individual that I've actually known for many years now. Has had great success in the space, but has been working with Rapid Funnel as one of their lead trainers here of teaching people how to utilize this technology to be able to have an easy, simple, replicatable system that anybody can follow. So Kevin, if you're there, my brother, come on over. We want to get a chance to get a tip of the week, and we're going to be doing this and giving you guys little bite-sized chunks. We're going to do a product of the week. We're going to do a tech tip of the week. Soon we're going to be doing social media of the week. Hey, here's a post for the week, which is coming your way soon inside of our team. But if you can see me, Kevin, you can hear me, Kevin. Are you there?
I'm here. Jesse, can you hear me?
I got you, brother. So welcome to our Synergy, our secret Synergy Zoom. And so tell us, what are we working on this week?
Man, I'm excited. Jesse, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that. And Austin, good to see you. And Kendra, girl, we need to get you on Shark Tank. What a pitch. Oh my gosh. Like, who doesn't want more of that? It was amazing. And Jay, congratulations to your advancements. Exciting. And all the other individuals that got rank advancements. And of course, Jesse, great to see you, brother. And for those of you that are meeting me for the very first time, I'm excited to be here. Jesse and I've known Jesse now 15 years as of last month. In October, it's when I first met Mr. Jesse Macpherson. And let me tell you something, it's funny, he says, feels like a 20-year startup. Well, that's because of his leadership, because he's just always trying to make a better advantage for people like you and I to go out there and to make more money and to advance every area of our lives. And so it's exciting to be on this platform. But today, what we're going to be talking about is one of the most basic functions on this technology stack. And you're going to hear me say that several times as we go through this over the following weeks, that I call it a technology stack because it's so much technology in one thing. It's not just your customer relation management platform, just a CRM. We've heard that everywhere, right? But if you can imagine having access to all the top technology in one platform that's easy to use, that's intuitive, that you can get, that's affordable, that you can promote to your team and give them access to from day one without having to do anything to build it for them. That's what this is. Technology itself is a blessing and a curse to this profession, right? It's a blessing and a curse, because if you go out there and spend thousands of dollars and build the best platform that's great for recruiting and great for customer service management and all the great things technology can do, the problem with that is that you win the battle, but you lose the war, because how do you give your team access to something that's that profound the day that they get started in a way that they can use the day that they get started, right? I've got a trick question for you. What's your goal in getting somebody started in the business? It's to get them started in the business, right? It's less important to get them a club secret, PhD than it is to get them a club secret check. Right? We want to get them a rank advancement, right? That's what's important. So we're going to talk about today is some of the basics. And then as we go forward weeks, going forward, we're going to talk about more advanced topics. It's really going to help you to deep dive in this tech. We're going to help you unlock features that you didn't even know existed within this technology. It's amazing. But we're going to talk about today is adding your first contact, how to properly import and organize your contacts. It's very important because you can be organized from day one when you have 1, 2, 5, 10 contacts. What happens weeks, months, years down the road when you have 100, 500, 1,000 contacts, right? You need to understand how this works so that you can be organized from day one moving forward so that you never miss a beat and say, oh my gosh, I can't figure out who did I talk to last? What did I do? Did I send that video to Joe? What happened with Sally? When did I talk to her last? Did I send her that last campaign, the last promotion that we had? You don't want to be disorganized. You want to be organized. We're going to talk about that today. And so the challenge that we're addressing in this very short workshop today, this technology segment, as Jesse talked about, is the challenge of not being ready to prospect anywhere at any time. Years ago, we didn't have the capability to always be ready, right? We used to have to carry physical tools to explain the product, services, and opportunity that we were representing Today, you don't have to do that. You can do it within the mobile device. And I want to tell you, it's a lot more than just a phone app that you have with the Team Synergy app. That's just the interface of how you can use it on the fly. It is a lot of technology packed under this one platform that you can access through your mobile device through the app, right? Or you can access it through the desktop, which is incredible. And there's no system to properly organize prospects. We have that here. There's not knowing where you met a prospect or when you should follow up, because you can't rely on your memory, right? I've once heard it said that the shortest pencil is better than the longest memory, right? You never want to juggle and think, well, what did I send this prospect? Did I send this to a prospect? And then no idea which cold prospects are now hot prospects. What happens if you talk to the right prospect at the wrong time? But today it's the right time, but because you're doing so much prospecting activity to build your business, which you should be doing, you don't know it's the right time for the contact you talked to 7 months ago. Technology can help you in that area to not drop the ball on a cold prospect that turned hot while you were moving forward building your business like you should as a successful secret agent, right? So you can use technology as a blessing and not a curse, and prospects automatically are added to this technology stack through your surveys, referral pages, and digital business card, right? So one of the ways to add contacts is using the resources. When you use them in a place like social media, when someone actually fills out one of the forms, it automatically adds them as a contact without you having to manually do it yourself, right? If you use something that's third party, right? If you use, ClickFunnels, or you use some other, Survey Monkey or whatever, right? Some third party thing that's not what we're talking about today, and you generate what you and I would call a lead or a prospect with all their contact information, their name, their phone number, and their email address. You don't want to have to pull that information and now open up the app and add them manually. Wouldn't it be cool if they actually engage with the resource and they're automatically added to your app? Not only that, but then if you're sleeping, you wake up and there's a notification on your phone letting you know that John or Sally has filled this out, and now they're a contact already in the application, and you can see what they clicked on, what they engaged with, what video they watched, what percentage of the video they watched. That's what we're talking about today. That's the leadership that you have with Team Synergy that has poured their heart and soul out to actually create this for you. And you don't have to create anything. All you got to do is just get access to the app. The link is at the bottom of the slide. Go there, download it, take it for a trial. Won't cost you anything, as Jesse talked about. Use it. You're going to love it. At some point, you're going to want to upgrade to the premium service because it just unlocks more features. But you can literally build a 7-figure business without paying a dime, like literally, right? So the import feature, we're going to talk about that and some of the great things that are in there. But without further ado, let me get off these boring slides and get over to the actual phone demonstration. I am logged in to the Club Secret app, the Team Synergy app, on my mobile device, and I'm sharing it right now. Here we go. So here's what you see. This is the home screen, if you will, of the Team Synergy app. When you log in, if you've never done it, this is what you see. If you've been using this, then you're familiar with it. It's a dashboard of a lot of different content that you can see. We're not going to go over everything today. There's so much that's packed in here. You're going to learn so much every single week that's going to help you and your team explode your business. Let me just give you one quick testimonial. When I got access to this, our organization, we were part of a $4 billion company. And in less than a year, the number 1, number 2, number 3 top recruiters in the entire company for the year were in 3 separate lines in our organization. It's not that we were that good. It's that we had an unfair advantage, right? We had access to technology, which is what you're looking at right now, and we trained on how to use it, and it was duplicatable in our organization, and it was affordable, and we exploded. So we had an unfair advantage. That's the reason why we got all these rank advancements and a viral growth, because we had access to the technology that other people didn't have access to, and we trained on it when others weren't. So this is what you see when you log in. There's a lot of information here, but what we're going to talk about is adding a contact, which is very simple. At the bottom, it's a little icon that shows a person with a plus sign. That's the add a contact button. I'm going to click that right now, and it's going to give you 2 different options. One is to actually manually put in their information. Now, this is handy whenever you actually meet somebody at Starbucks. You're in the Starbucks line, you're getting your coffee drink, the person next to you is really sharp, you strike up a conversation, you're talking about whatever, you see their company logo on their shirt, you ask them how it's going in real estate, they're talking to you about the downturn of the market, and you make an acquaintance, right? You're not going to verbally vomit your whole business on them and do a presentation right there in the line of Starbucks, but you're smart enough to know you'd like to stay in touch with this person. So what do? You can say, hey, man, we had a great conversation. I'd love to stay in touch. if you put in your information right here, we can stay in contact. I'd love that. They say, sure. So you either type it in yourself or you hand it to them and they type it in. And now you've got their contact information right there in the mobile application. Or if it's a contact that you already know, let's say you're new with Club Secret, you've got contacts in your phone right now that don't know about the mask, that don't know about the trips, that don't know about the opportunity. They don't know the power of the business that you have access to right now. They're not aware yet. Well, then you can import them to the organization at the application at the top right. There's the import button. So if we click on that, it's going to give us a list of all of our contacts. Now I have a demonstration contact already preloaded in the application. So I'm going to put in Aaron. We're going to import Aaron right now. So I type in the name. By the way, you don't want to import everybody from your phone, in my personal opinion, because you may have hundreds or thousands of contacts in your phone. You want to add the ones that you're prospecting so you can stay organized as you go. So we're going to add Aaron. We click import. Here's Aaron's contact information. And we're going to put in some notes. Met at Starbucks, sells real estate. Save. At this point, we're going to save the contact and it's going to ask us if we want to schedule a follow-up with that contact. Well, that's up to you. You're in control of the technology. You can schedule them or not. Since this is a demonstration purpose and I need to move forward, I'm going to click not yet because we're not talking about follow-ups today. But now Aaron is at the top of your list. And when you have all these different contacts in your application and your memory doesn't serve you well because you're a human and you're moving fast trying to grow your business, you're talking to new people all the time, and you forget the name of the prospect, but you remember something about them. Maybe you remember they're a veteran. Maybe you remember you met them at Starbucks. I put in Starbucks in the search feature. Oh, wow. Here's Aaron. Maybe I don't remember where I met this contact, but I remember that they sold real estate. Let me go to search. Real estate. If I can type this right. Why is that not popping up? That's confusing. Maybe it needs to upload. But your notes in the contact section. Oh, I didn't spell it correctly. But anyway, real estate. So there's your contact. Now, when you upload a contact, what do you have the option to do? Well, you can send them a trackable resource. So let's look at that really quickly. When I go into a contact, and again, in this example, I'm going to go to Aaron. If you click send resources in a contact's contact record, now hear me when I'm saying this. You want to go into a contact first and then click send resources in the record. Why? Because now the technology knows that I'm sending a resource to this one contact. And when they engage with it, it's going to give me a notification to let me know that Aaron, in this example, is the one who watched the video, filled out the survey, looked at the website, looked at the 9-minute overview, what have you. So you choose a resource that you want to share. In this example, we're going to do the 9-minute overview.
Hey guys, just so you guys know here, a lot of these resources we are changing and are updating currently inside of your Synergy app. You have one under the Invite Sizzle, and the Ultimate Lifestyle Club are the only ones we're using right now.
All right, perfect. Well, I'm glad you said that. And I'll update this on our next demo, Jesse. So thank you for pointing that out.
No problem.
But when you click on any, so I'm not even going to focus on a particular resource. When you click on a resource, it's going to give you 3 options. You can text it, email it, or share it through any type of direct message, social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, direct message, however you want to. And when you share it after you've gone through a contact, it'll go directly to that contact. When they click on the link, you're going to know everything that they did. Okay. The link that they clicked, when they clicked on it, if it was a video, when they started watching it, what percentage they watched, and it's going to score all of that. And again, it's all searchable. So when you go to your contacts, you have the ability to click on the search button and type in anything. If you remember they're a veteran, an entrepreneur, worked from home, worked in real estate, met at Starbucks, you don't have to rely on your memory because this system is going to have all of your contacts in here, and all of the notes are also searchable, not just their first or last name or their email address. Does that make sense? And so that's the power that you have. What we're going to be talking about in future trainings, we're going to talk about so many other aspects of this technology, not just how to add contacts and how to share resources. Next week, we're going to talk about making proper exposures, which is a powerful fundamental. because the person that increases their exposures and their engagement is the person that's going to get the fastest rank advancement. It's all in the numbers. It's very interesting having hundreds of clients all over the globe, right? All over the globe. We literally have hundreds of companies that use this technology. We have all of that data so we can see what's going on. It's very interesting when you look at their leaderboards and the people that are hitting diamond and all these different positions, and then you look at the activity board, it's the same people at the top, right? So if you increase exposures and engagements, it doesn't matter how good or bad you are, you're going to increase your sales, recruiting, and the results that you want in your business. We can prove that. We're going to show you more about that next week. And every single week, we're going to deep dive more and more and more to help you succeed and win. And that's why we're here. So Jesse, I appreciate you, my friend. Unless you have any questions or anything else you want me to cover, I'll turn it back over to you.
No, thank you so much, Kevin. And guys, I hope that you guys are starting to see here. We don't just have the best products. We don't just have the best offer. We don't just have the best owners, but now you're going to see not only the best systems and the best technology. And man, I've got so much to share on this, but we're going to move on to our last subjects here of the day to wrap up. And you're going to be seeing here, Kevin, and we're going to be giving you the tips of the week here, so you can get this in kind of bite-sized chunks. How do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? As far as tutorial videos, we're going to be filming some of these and putting them up on the site so you can watch them in your own time. There's some that are inside of the app, and we're going to be taking these little sections here, putting them on our website. So for those of you guys that want to know a little bit more on what this is, so all you got to do is get to our team website, teamsynergyagents.com. Up in the top right-hand corner, you click on app. When you click on app, it's going to take you right to get started, where you can activate your account if you don't have one. You don't need our group code, but in case you need to know what it is, it's Synergy or Team Synergy. They both work. We also have another group code called Synergy EU for Europe. And all this is going to be on our website here very soon. You're going to see updates, but you can download right here. So people say, where do I get it? TeamSynergyAgents.com. That's the hub. That's the home base. That's the resource that we're getting into. Now, this is a tool, guys, and it's a tool. It's a very important tool, and it's a tool that can help you grow. But tools can be amazing in the right person's hand, can be dangerous in the wrong person's hand. And an example of that is like you take a scalpel. A scalpel in a trained professional's hand can save a life. The scalpel in an untrained person can take a life. So same tool, dramatically different result. Now, obviously, we're not talking life or death here, but at the same time, I thought at times people say, well, if I could just hide behind technology, that's not it, guys. This is a tool to help you build your business. It's a tool to resource, but it's combining the high tech and the high touch. If you think you're just going to send out messages and people are magically going to show up and you don't have to learn how to overcome some of those objections, go through the process of learning to connect with people. So, but in the beginning, you're going to be a professional inviter, and in professionally inviting people that are professional presenters, which then turns into professional closers, which then turns into a professional business of income. And so through this on the site, you're going to see a lot more about this as we continue to grow and build and develop it. But before we finish up on a couple of topics here tonight, I do want to give you guys some more updates, because we have aggressively been working on our Synergy system. And so I want to get onto the website here real quick and show you guys some updates. First of all, we have a new message welcome video from myself. So right when you click on it, it's like, hey, welcome to Secret. There I am. Jesse Macpherson, and I'm excited to walk you through. And it's 2 minutes. We're not going to listen to it. Go watch it on your own. All right. So you guys are sick of me anyway. But underneath that, it's got all of our plugin features here for where you get connected to our WhatsApp, our Telegram. Do you need to be on both? No, we put the same information on both, but some people only have one or the other. But our Facebook group, we want you in there. So if you aren't on our Facebook group, so that way you can participate in our community. When you have a new agent, welcome them on the group in the site. When you have a new promotion, rank advancement, put them on there. We also have a list of our opportunity calls we do daily, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, every day except Tuesdays, because we're right here. And the link in the webinar. We got our countdown and resources to Black Friday. We've got our countdown and registration to our regional event. We've got our countdown to our Playbook Europe and our Playbook Americas. And so you can go and register for that. And I had a conversation with somebody that was a little concerned, because we're so grateful for the time that we had an opportunity to spend with Mr. Mark Aceta as our director of training. Many of you guys know he's done an incredible job. And I had a conversation this morning for about an hour with Mark as I've been talking to him over these months in terms of this kind of retirement stage of his life. And in these last couple of years, as he's now 62, he's like, look, I got 2 years that I want to be going and traveling the world and doing as many events as possible. And he has opened up to non-exclusively training for a single company, but to doing things in the crypto space, real estate space. He's got 18 events, if I'm not mistaken, from the last time I talked to him, and about 6 different industries that he's going to be doing trainings for. And we are excited for him to be able to go out there and do that. And the best thing that we can do for Mark in terms of everything he's taught us is to go win here with Secret. But a lot of people are concerned, does that mean Playbook is here? Yes, not only the events are here, you're going to see these leader-led events and systems. A community event system is going to be on a whole nother level. So you're going to see Mr. Isaac Ben Shabbat, Matt Morris, and me in Europe, and then obviously in the Americas, as Austin talked about earlier, to get your tickets. But the other thing we have on here is resources, and we're updating this. So we have a new agent document for launching, which kind of goes over how to get connected, writing out your why, making your list, and some basics on there. You're going to see even more updates to this. You're going to see our presentations that are here. These are just some quick resources, but on the top, check this out. We have our calendar. So underneath the calendar, this is going to be something you're going to see starting to update tomorrow when you click on the calendar of events for our website. It's going to take you to our calendar. But how many of you guys want to know, like, oh man, is there something going on in Atlanta? I know there's a presentation. There's something going on in Houston. There's something going on in Phoenix. Like, where are these areas that I can get connected to somebody that can teach me or I can plug somebody into? And we have leaders, and what we've been doing is using a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group, and it's just not working. So what we've done is this, is you are going to see starting this tomorrow, actually, is right here, is we're going to have leader-led events. So every leader-led event is going to be orchestrated here in the world of our system. And all we're doing is asking you to send your flyer with the details of your event that's coming up to teamsynergyagents@gmail.com. And if you put the subject word event, we'll get it up on here the next day. So that way you can look here and go, oh man, I didn't know there was something happening in this city, that country, that our marketplace. Now, very soon, we're going to have our own leader-led calendar, which is allow you to search functions and features very similar to what you're seeing in your app. So this is huge stuff. But we also have all of our past events. So all of our past events that we have in the world of the secret for presentations, trainings, new agent orientations that are all here on the Synergy site. So when you get here, you can see the previous videos, all the replays. So when somebody says, where do I find that? Synergy site. Where's the replay? Synergy site. Where's the document? Synergy site. Where do I get the app? Synergy site. Where's the next event? Synergy site. Like, there should be no confusion of where I get access to all of my resources. Now, this is brand new as of a couple hours ago. So on our website, you have resources. We have a Black Friday resources. We have documents. This is new, and my website is running so slow right now because maybe all of you guys are trying to log on to it. But we have our new agent launch document, our new updated comp plan document, secret order form. So we're going to be adding new documents so you know exactly where to find them. We also have our PowerPoints that we have in English. We have them in Chinese or Mandarin. We have them I'm getting them back in Korean. I'm getting them back in Spanish. We're getting them back. So some of these are already up here, but you're going to see them all the time. We're also going to be giving you resources for the different countries. Now, under training, okay, we have our new agent launch training. Like I said, this website is running slow today. So let me see if I can get this to one faster. But there is one other piece here. So PowerPoints, as you guys can see, wow, this thing is laggy. Okay, so if you're on the website, get off of it. So from a training resource center underneath here, when you click on training, you're going to see some of the links that we have here. But one of them that you're going to see is personal development. I just uploaded this. So I just found a hard drive with literally all of my personal development audios. I'm talking hundreds of hours from Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn, John C. Maxwell, pretty much almost some of the audios that are the best. And gives you access to that where you can go and literally find things to your heart's desire to listen and to learn from. So all of this here on the website is available for you. So if you click on it, let me show you where you're going to go to. You're going to end up getting in this Dropbox where you have, look at this, just on and on and on and on and on and on of trainings. You want the 5 love languages? I got it. You want the Alchemist? You want the Secret? You want Tony Robbins? What do you want? You want Robert Kiyosaki? You want Rick Warren, Purpose Driven Life? So go listen. You want Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? Go put these on while you're working out. Go put these on while you're building your business. So the Synergy site, the Synergy system, guys, We're building the app. We're building the programs. Man, it's getting good. So if you are excited about everything coming together here, go ahead and drop that 7 in the comment box. Now, we've been here an hour. Our goal is to be able to take these synergy trainings on a weekly basis and have this be your kind of hour of power. This is your 1 hour a week when we talk about sharpening your axe to be able to learn things. And I think, so we're going to have our platform for promotion, platform for recognition. We're going to have our platform for product training, platform for technology, platform for systems, but also that motivation. So right now, we are in the midst of this Black Friday run that's going to be coming out. Next Tuesday, you do not want to miss. The reason why next Tuesday you don't want to miss is my business partner and new crown agent, Muzaffar Nashfi, is going to be on next week. You're also going to be hearing from none other than the Red Diamond agent, Tracy Zimmer, because that is 2 days before we are going to be giving you the pre-order forms, which is on November 17th, in order to take advantage of the pre-orders into Black Friday to execute on that properly. So next week's going to be a big one for you guys. You do not want to miss it because we want to make sure you are empowered to win. All right. So what do we do between now and the 17th? Rockstar. So everyone hold them up. Give me the Rockstar. You guys know, bam, Rockstar, Rockstar, Rockstar. Right now, why is the Rockstar this? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And why do we know it's simple? Because if you haven't logged in yet and you get into your back office, right here, smack in the middle of the screen is your new Rockstar tracker, guys. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the focus. What do we do? Rockstar. What does a new agent do? Rockstar. Well, how do I get to the next level? Rockstar. What happens when somebody stops? Rockstar. What happens when it's Rockstar? Like that is the method of the people that are getting promoted inside of Secret. So I'm going to give you guys one last kind of situation here that I thought was fun, just because we can finish on some exciting notes. So I've been digging through my closet and it's kind of just reminiscing about the past. And it's one of those things that I'm so grateful for the last 11 years that I've spent with this amazing company, this amazing community. Last night, I spent about 2 hours with Isaac's oldest brother, the first of 6, Moti, who came over from Israel and drove the ice cream trucks. Right. And then there's Isaac's younger brother, Sam or Shmulik, and both of them came over. They were going to come over. They wanted to bless the house, make sure I got the mezuzah on my house. But also they wanted to, the conversation that started was supposed to be 15 minutes, ended up almost a 2-hour conversation about, thinking about the last 11 years and what we've been able to do together, but more importantly, where we were going. And by the way, Austin, I love how in your background that you wrote out "Be Rich" with you don't think I didn't see that. I see everything, right? So we're trying to get Dr. Cohen to make a couple more products. Can I get a vowel so we can make some more words? So it's coming soon. But the reason why is I've been reminiscing and I wanted to show them this. So and Robert Spicer had one of his agents, or a prospect he was contacting here in Phoenix. And this guy was moving after 15 years and he looked this up. He's like, is it this company? And he found 15-year-old cuticle oil. So it doesn't even say secret minerals from the Dead Sea. It says secret from the Dead Sea. This was the original logo in the bottle, right? And Isaac was like, oh my God, that's vintage. It's a part of our history. Can you get it, right? From him. I'll give him whatever he wants. And he was like, well, he wants a peeling gel. I was like, that was easy. You could have asked for a lot more from Isaac. But it reminds me of how far we've come and what we're building and where we're going. And then it reminded me of a video that I found of where this started when Isaac took me with one of his business partners, Elad, for my very first trip to Israel. And one of the places that we got a chance to experience was obviously the Dead Sea. And so I wanted to share with you my very first video. Isaac would kill me if he knew I was sharing this with you. So please do not tell him. But this is Isaac first time explaining to me in my very first time going to the Dead Sea in 2014. So anyway, enjoy.
Where are we? We are on the moon. Where are we? We are on the moon. We are floating on the moon of Israel on the Dead Sea.
So Jesse, can you come back over here? As you see, we're right now in the Dead Sea.
Okay, we need to start this one over.
Yes.
Where are we?
Right now we're in the Dead Sea, as you can see. See
all
this,
dead.
the salt over there, and then the other side is Jordan. See how the water is clear? They say that this water is the clearest water in the world.
Yes.
Really?
And
Yes.
you can
And you can float. And let me show you something,
float
okay?
on the water.
Let me show you something, right?
Yeah.
Right now I'm standing, right?
Yeah.
And then whoop,
What? So, guys, I have hundreds of these things from the last 11 years. And anyway, I didn't play that. Austin played that. You're going to get in trouble for that one, Austin. So, but what I want to share with you guys is today we have an opportunity to live a life that so many people wish to. But what I want you to realize is, as much as we are having so much fun building the business, doesn't mean it was easy. It doesn't. What was required was a lot of consistency, a lot of dedication. And when you see people being recognized here for their accomplishments over these last couple of weeks, they're being recognized publicly for a lot of private failure. I know some of the failures that some of these people have gone through and the demons that they had to fight on whether or not it was going to be worth it and whether or not they could do this, and the people that told them they were crazy for continuing to do this. And so how do you go through that and how do you overcome that? Because we've all had negative emotions when we wanted to go out there and build our business. How many of you guys have had a negative emotion hit you about building your business? In fact, what I want you to do is I want you to share those with me here real quick. So what is one of the negative emotions that you have experienced when you were going out there to build your secret business? I'm going to pull this up because I'm going to write some of these down here for you guys so you guys can see this, right? So let me pull the chat box out here so we can see here. Frustration, that's a good one. Frustration. All right, what's another one? Rejection. What's another one? I'm in a cult, right? So you're in a cult, so it's like, my favorite was like, you're being brainwashed. And I was like, well, my brain was pretty dirty, so it did kind of need a washing, probably. Disappointment, right? I don't want to sell anything. Now, that's an objection someone would give you. I'm talking about what's a feeling that you've had, not an objection someone is giving you. I'm talking about what have you felt? Discouragement. Okay. What's a feeling that you've experienced? It's not going to work. Doubt. Yeah, there's a good one. Right. So for me, overwhelm. How many guys have ever felt that one before? Right. So why? Nervous, anxious. I know some of you guys like, that's not how you spell any of these, so I spelling is not my anger. Right. How many guys have been just angry? Like why? Like, why don't somebody get this? Right. Not good enough. Right. So not good enough. Or how about unworthy, right? So what else do we have? Angry, right? So how about this one? Fear, right? Now we could put a lot of things in that one. And I've heard fear stands for false evidence appearing real. I've also heard it said that F everything and run, or face everything and rise. Oh, right. So I know I got acronyms for days here. But uncertainty, uncertainty is one of those things, especially in these last few years, rocked a lot of people's worlds when it comes to uncertainty, right? So how many of you guys have had one of these emotions, if not all of these emotions, in building your secret business by show of hands, right? So by show of hands, come on. If you're not raising your hand, you lie about other things too. This is real. We're talking real stuff. We can talk sunshine and rainbows, but building this business, they say it's simple. It ain't easy, Right. So in building this, we all experience this. And right now we are in a season of momentum, a season of growth. And I don't want you to miss out on it because you're getting stuck inside of an emotion that's keeping you trapped from what you truly deserve. So how do you break through these emotions? And it's very, very, very simple. Did you guys know? How many guys would like to get rid of all this stuff? Like, just get rid of all of it. Like, I want all of it. I want to get rid of it. How do you get rid of it? It's very simple. Activity. It's one word. Activity. Action cures all. I'm telling you, and some of you guys are like, I don't know if that's true. Trust me. You go do 15 exposures, 20 presentations. All of a sudden, you're like, I'm too big. Like, the only reason you're overwhelmed is when you're in your head. You get in your head, you're dead. And so what we need to do is we need to raise our level of activity. And here's the reason why. Every time you have these emotions, it's because I know the activity is not there. So you want these emotions to go away. This is the sliding scale that you're going to have for the rest of your career. The minute your activity goes up, look what happens to these emotions. Gone. The minute your activity goes down, what do you think happens? Oh, there they are. They're creeping back in. Oh, look, guys, look, you got to see this. As soon as your activity dips, there it is. Oh, frustration, overwhelm, discouragement, fear. Is it going to happen? What's going on? What are those people doing over there? So like, I'm telling you what, do you think I care? Like, this is where the dance that you will experience for the entire career inside of Secret, between activity and fear, between activity and fear. So the minute you're starting to feel these emotions, the minute you're starting to feel any of these things over here, anger, frustration, what does that mean? That means your activity dipped. That's all it means, right? So, because I can tell you what, the people that are doing a ton of activity, they're not feeling these types of emotions. Now, if they stop, don't get me wrong, these suckers are dangerous. They creep back in, right? So, so this is where you are going to experience. So don't think it's anything else. All it is I got to focus on my activity to get it up. So what is the activities that we're focusing on? We're focusing on inviting, and we're focusing on presenting. We're focusing on inviting. We're focusing on presenting. That's our 1-2 step. It's our 1-2 punch. We invite, present, invite, present, invite, present. Some get it, some don't. So what? We move on, okay? You will become a better messenger of the message, but I can't get you to stop at a 7 and 9. We got to get you to find those aces, because as you guys know, inside of every deck of cards, there's 52 cards, but as you guys know from seeing the Joker, the gamble, there's 4 aces. Now, how many people do you need to go rock star? 4, right? So what we're not going to do is we're not going to convince the 7, the 9, the Jack that they need to do Secret. We're not going to convince a when I person. Y'all know these people? When I get the money, when I get some time, when the sun and the moon and the stars align, then I'm going to do Secret. So look, what do we do with those people? I don't know. When I want to follow up with them, I will. What I want to do is I want to find somebody who's got a now spark, who's ready to go now, who wants to make some money for Black Friday now, who wants to go on a getaway now, who wants to change their life now, who wants to improve their skin now, who wants to improve their health now. And I can't wait on waiters. I can't. So now some of them will come along, but here's when they come along, when you stop waiting on them. And it's like, look, I'm getting on this thing going 300 miles an hour east. You coming with me, and I love you. And if you're not coming now, I'll come back to check on you. But I am not waiting for you. So now some people get it, some people don't, and it's okay. They're not bad people. They're just not now people, right? And some of your greatest people will join later if you stop trying to bug them to get started now and just go flip another card so you can find your next ace. Because I can tell you right now, we have such a great offer that if somebody doesn't see it right now, it's okay. What we need to go do is go share with somebody else. Use the tools, use the technology that you have inside of what we have here with Synergy. But more importantly, use your enthusiasm. Today, all of this is about building belief. All it is they say there's only one sell you really need to make, and that's when you sell yourself. So I know today's gone a little bit longer than normal. I hope that you understand and see the value that we're bringing here on these Tuesdays, as we're bringing it to you hot as we're going through this. But right now, you have an opportunity in a season to make a massive change inside of your business. And what I would like to see all of you do is change your tax bracket. That's what I'd like. I want to see you in a different category in 2023 because of the momentum you produce. But your momentum in the new year of 2023 is going to be based upon what you do now. Today has been pretty incredible. Kendra, stellar. Austin, thank you, my brother. Jay, what a phenomenal. Kevin, we are going to continue to bring you quality training, quality information, better systems, better technology, because we already know we've got the best company on the planet. We've got the best offer on the planet. And we just need to make sure that people know that secret isn't a secret, because the world is our playground and love will be our legacy as we go build this amazing, wealthy global community that's committed to serving the world. So do not let this information lead to knowledge. You become a fool. Let this information lead to action and you become unstoppable. We'll see you guys next week. Take care. God bless. Bye.